You know what? It is 1 o'clock on a Tuesday in the morning. Let's open a box. This is Ascension. You know, we just did that video talking about the foiling in Ascension, and I'm sitting here staring at the box, and I just can't. I can't. I got to open it. So we're just gonna share that experience together, and hopefully somebody gets something out of this. This is usually pretty fun. So remember with Ascension, one of the big changes was that they have like really nice box toppers. They got it right. They are foil and they are individually wrapped and they are relevant cards. So we are excited to see what is the box topper. Hopefully it's like a Serpio Spirit, or maybe it's the Matile Champion, if that's how you pronounce that. Hey, still a good guy, Ursa Tovis. This is a great spirit, nice little fire spirit. So we're kind of excited to get him as a box topper. I'm gonna leave him in the packaging just because I already have one that I've opened up, and since I'm kind of a collector hoarder, I like to leave things as sort of pristine as possible. So we're gonna put that down here. Nice little box topper. Let's tease in the glare there. There we go. And let's open her up and see what we get. So there's 24 packs per box. I'll just pull these things out, throw the box away. This is the big pink box. I think this will be forever remembered as just the pinkest box in card game history, but it's kind of fun. I kind of like looking at it. All right, so Ascension had a lot of powerful cards, which was pretty cool. One of the cool things about Argent Saga, of course, is your commons don't suck. You know, a lot of card games, you kind of skip everything and you don't even care about the commons. You throw them away for the most part. But in Argent Saga, you actually play with your common cards, so you can't just chuck them. You know, you've got one casting cost kill spells, and you've got great combo cards. You actually use them, which is part of the reason why when you get a foil common in Argent Saga, it might be worth $4, $10, $15 depending on the card, which is cool, which is interesting, and helps keep the cost down to players, I suppose, since they can actually fill their decks with usable cards that don't cost $1 million and an arm and a leg and your first and fifth mortgage. This, for example, an Endowment of the Dragon God. I have lost to this several times recently. It's just a really great card in a red deck, great card in a dragon deck, and it's a common. You know, if this were a rare, it would cost $20, right? Or not a rare, maybe it was an Argent rare, it'd be $20. It's powerful enough, but it's interesting. They print it as a common. I don't know if that'll continue long term, but if it does, that's I don't know. That'll be a different kind of thing. Maybe the idea is that since the game is so new, this way they get to, you know, get the cards in the hands of players and make the game as playable as possible, which is kind of a cool idea. Or maybe it's just because everyone's kind of brand new at this, and I don't know, we're just kind of playing it by ear, winging it as we go along. I like this guy, Ashbourne Sprite. I've never played with this card, but I just love those angry little puff balls with the fire in the background. That's a fun one. This is a great common. Speaking of good commons, Golden Roseblade, another good common in like a Liam deck. This is, if air was good, finally, this would be a great kill spell. There's just there's a lot of good cards in here. Of course, we're always hoping for the secret rare or a golden ticket. You know, something really insane. Here's an example of a foil common. So it's just a common card, but it's a nice deep foiling. You know, and this one offhand, I don't know if it's worth anything. But some of them, like if you get a foil Playful Imp, for example, you're talking about real money there in just a foil common, because they have some great commons. So that's kind of cool. This set too is the first set to have a bunch of different tokens in it. You know, the other sets you get like a night token, but in Ascension you actually get a variety of tokens in the back. So, you know, just today on the marketplace, probably on the Facebook marketplace, just, gosh, not even that long ago, 30 minutes ago, some guy was on there asking, have you seen any Arc the Soaring Blazewalker? And it's kind of unfortunate we had to tell him, Not really. You don't really see these for sale that often. This is a great Omega unit. That's a nice pull. We're gonna, you know what? Let's move the shard points to the side, and we're gonna put him right. We're gonna put him front and center. That was a great little pull. Let's just take. All right, we're off to a good start. I like where this box is going. Now we just need a full art serial card and a couple other good things, and that's a home run. These shard points are fun too. Sharp points are worth, sometimes you can pick them up for like 20 cents a point. And sometimes, there's our next one. Look at that. Cut off, talking about sharp points. All right, so we got a secret rare here. So this is an interesting card. It's like, I don't know how to say it, but I don't know if it's Ira or if it's just AIRA. But this is a really powerful card if you can pull it off, right? I mean, the way this works is you have to have 2 different augments in play, 2 different crystals, and you have to have another Ira unit in play, like a basic one, in order to pull this card off. But oh man, if you do, you get to restore all of your towers, and all of your units are immune to basically everything. They can't be targeted by spells or effects, and they're immune to tower effects, which is nuts. As he drops the card across the table, and that's fine. But again, it's very hard to pull off. You might be dead by the time you pull it off, but if you do, it's really fun to look at the look in your opponent's face as he kind of drips into a slow depression over the next few turns, realizing that there's nothing he can do. Here's the infamous Playful Imp. Again, it's just a common as it wrecks through the meta. This card is deceiving, right? It's a 1 cost, 1,000 power unit. But when it's ruined, you get to declare a card name, and your opponent reveals their hand and discards all copies of the declared card. At a glance, you might not see the power in this because especially if you're playing at like an LGS or something where people are playing with a bunch of random decks, you don't always know what they have in their hand. But I'm telling you, turn 4 or turn 3 in a major tournament, you know what card is going to cost you the game. And if you can, right after your opponent draws for turn 4, if you can sack your Playful Imp using like the Spirit Scorpio and call out a Hoenna's Wrath and make them discard that can win you the game. So it is an extremely powerful card when it's combined with the ability to sacrifice it using Serpio the Spirit at any time. It is insanely powerful in a tournament environment where you kind of know what you're going to be playing against. Again, in a random hodgepodge LGS environment, maybe not as powerful unless your LGS happens to be an LGS that houses a lot of high-end players. So these another fun thing about Ascension is these silver generals that are coming out. So they filled this deck with these silver generals, and there's a really good deck you can put together using the new Argent Champion tile. The generals are in general pretty powerful and pretty fun to play with. It's like a control deck, except you're actually doing a lot of stuff and pulling off some pretty crazy combos, and that's all pretty fun. So we'll see what comes up. Set 4, we're told, is coming close to being out. I know this box opening comes pretty late in the cycle here because set 4 apparently is about to head to the printers. They're double checking some stuff and getting it ready, and even though coronavirus is giving everyone an excuse to just sit on their butts and do nothing, Amicon is just forging ahead, and they are coming out with set 4 and apparently working on set 5. So the show must go on. Another fun little Easter egg with Ascension is they put in all these cards referencing the Labyrinth, like that classic old movie where the girl's like brother disappears because she's like a bad sister or something, and then wishes him gone, and there's a Goblin King, and she has to go through that maze and stuff. So they put all that in here, and it's really fun because The Labyrinth is a great historical movie, kind of a cult classic, and you can actually sort of play. Oh, you see that? Oh my God, no! We got a twofer in this pack. Okay, let's just skip to the juice. Here's our Argent rare. We got a Lloyd. And we got a Kite. So this is a 1 of 500. It's a full art foil, serial numbered card. In Ascension, they decreased the count of the serial number cards. In Betrayal and Revelations, each one was out of 1,000, but in Ascension, there's only 500 of these. Again, there is a common, like they often do in Argent Saga, there's a common version of this. So players don't have to really pay to win, per se, as much anyway as a lot of other games, because anyone can get the common version of this card. But if you want to bling your deck out or you want to collect the rare things, you can. You know, and you can do it without wrecking the play experience for people who don't care, who just want to play the game. And that's something I kind of love about Argent Saga. So we'll just put him, I don't know, right there. Can you get a nice little glow to him, doesn't he? So that's Kite the air spirit, who recently has started to show up again. Air has been kind of the underdog for a long time. But I don't know, I got a feeling that we're going to start seeing it. Probably a little bit more often. Especially with set 4, who knows what cards. Maybe it'll tip it over the edge into a real playable, like a tournament deck. That'd be kind of nice. What do we got here? Enemy of my enemy. Interesting little super rare. Again, I love the Ascension foiling. How it's the foiling really pops, but you can really still see the art. There's a nice thing there. I'm kind of dumping the tokens. It is nice though. Thank you, Amicon, for giving us tokens. You would not believe how dumb my tokens looked before. I mean, I'm not a good artist and my handwriting is terrible, so me trying to sketch words onto paper and play with it was just a very sad sort of experience. Nice United Empowerment. This card just looks sort of like a little gold blingy. Getting close to the end here. What do we have? Just 5 packs left, but I tell you what, we've already hit most of the good stuff. We're gonna have some commons, unless we get super lucky. Actually, 10 sharp points is really nice. But we've already hit what? We've got both Argent rares and the secret rare, and we have a full art. So the odds of us getting anything else good in here are pretty slim, but you never want to give up, because every now and then a box of Ascension will have 2 serial cards. It's very unlikely, but it does happen. And the other thing you can get is a golden ticket, which apparently will get you access to some big tournament at some point. Those, I'm told, are in here. And then just as little Easter eggs, you can get these like print cards, which are just, I guess they probably snuck in. Actually, a foil Azure Seeker. That's a really nice full common. Nice foil common. Azure Seeker is kind of a classic card, and these are worth some money, I would say. Yeah, you can get these like these printing, I assume printer test cards that snuck in. They look like little rainbows. I'll grab one here at the end and bring it over. There's a nice Hand of Rowena foil, and again a foil common that has value because the commons are actually playable cards in Argent Saga. And last pack, anything crazy? Nope. There you go. We got it all. I'll do some other video. I'll show you those test cards you can get. They're kind of fun. And every now and then, of course, you have a blank you can pull too. So there we go. There's our Ascension box. Got some nice foil commons. We got a beautiful foil full art Kite and a nice Blazewalker. That is a nice one. I like Lloyd too. It's a wonderful card. And actually, I just sold this to someone, so I really needed this as a replacement because I have a stupid deck that plays it that is pretty fun to play. So thanks for joining us. Yeah, if you want to see any other boxes opened or hear me blab on about random stuff, feel free to leave in the comments, or if you have any suggestions or comments about the cards or what your favorite card is or what you don't like, what you do like, just put it in the comments and we'll steer the videos in that direction. Argos signing out. Have a good night, guys.